Good morning, folks. We'll be starting in just 1 second. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Monday. My assistant Mia is here. You could see her right here. She's right there, getting ready for the trading action. Hope everybody's doing great. We got Devin, we got Cheese Gray Trader, we got Steve, we got Arnolfo, we got Yuri, Dr. Luke, Gino, Tom, Afadias, Brendan, Don. Good morning, everybody. Stacy, Krish, Greg, Jeff, Graham, Texas Kirk, Stacy, Jason, Jody, Dragon Don, Ample Johnny, Ample IQ Johnny. I love that. John, Good Brand, Gregory, Roddy, Catherine, Manuel, David, Keith, Captain Beef, Sherman, CJ, Gino, Kathleen, Genevieve, Bonnie, Moondog, Tom, Robert, Rainer. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope everybody's doing well. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Sergey, Dave, Ivano, Ruth, Richie, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good to see everyone. Good morning, everyone. Matt, Stefan. Folks, one of the biggest things I want you to remember is not to panic. Do not panic on days like this, okay? Do not panic. Do not panic. That's the biggest thing. Do not panic, okay? Good morning, Richard, Ladorsky, Ron, David, Seth, Mike, Rick, Bill, Doug, Bernie the Bear, Alan, Elaine. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. David, Telegram alert. Yes, let me give you Telegram alert. Sorry about that. That's right. Forgot about the Telegram alert. Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. 1 second. 1 second. I appreciate that. There we go. Boom. We got that. We got that. 1 second. Almost there. Almost there. Forward this to trading zone. High flyers. There we go. Perfect. All right. Perfect. Now everybody has it. You could see Clyde is boots on the ground. Boots on the ground right there. Very good to see everybody. We got Linda, Flying Ronan, Henry, Bob, Clay, Mark, Krish, George, Next Gen, Sandy's in the house, Dave, Wade, Sassy Trainer, Scott, Robert, Hefe, Jeremiah, Duzzy, Mint, Vertuvian, Jason, Jesse, Javad, Frex, Harold, Ernest, James, Forrest, Nathan, Adam, Moondog, Archie, Cam, Richard, Eduardo, Kirk, Victor, Charlie, Diamond Jen, David. Good morning, everybody. Sylvia, Walter, Illinois grain farmer, HG's in the house, Porky's, Walter, Apster, William, Peter, Mr. Costa Blanca, Ivan, Carla, Forrest, Good morning, everybody. Shamens, Becky, Kevin, Bob. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hope everybody's doing great today. First things first, please make sure you're watching at 1080p, okay? 1080p, okay? All right. Thank you. And if you guys don't mind, give us a thumbs up. It helps us gain traction, okay? Good morning, Bob. Good to see you. Gregory, Tony, Raj, Kevin, Jill, Stan, Wesley, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. All right. Clyde and I have the same plate carrier. There you go, Trader Momo. Good morning, Jill. Good morning, everybody. Good to see everybody. All right. Let me just make sure I have my links here. Want to make sure we give you all the links. Here is the link to all the earnings that are coming out today, okay? You guys need to have this. There you go. There's the links to the earnings right there, okay? You guys need to have that. Very, very important. Let me also. All right, let me. All right. This is the link to the Zoom room. Today at noon, I'll be talking about AlphaZone Pro. This is the link to the Telegram channel where I'm posting goodies for you in real time. And this is the link for Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. All right, there you go. All right. So let's look at the market. Let's begin. We're down quite a bit. We're down near, let me see where the lows are overnight. Just see how we're doing. All right. This is how we are right now. We have had a big gap down. We came up here to about the 681 level, which did a pretty good correction. And now we're coming back. The bond market is breaking down, which is not great. But the bond market is breaking down a little bit. We're not seeing any flight to quality yet. And XLF seems like it wants to fill the gap right here. Okay? Right there. So it looks to me like we have a lot of potential upside here because we are standing near the highs. Again, I would my best advice I'm going to tell you today is don't panic. Don't panic. Okay. All right. So bond market coming down a little bit. All right. Obviously, interest in U.S. currencies and assets is getting a little weaker right now. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Grace. Good morning, SJL. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, everybody. So again, we're coming back into this level right here on the bond market. If we break here, we're going to go lower to the 50-day line. US dollar looks like it wants to climb up. Looks like money's coming into the US dollar right now. But we are near the 100-day moving average. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Don. Good morning, Mike. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it. Gold. Gold is coming up right here. Gold is coming up right here. It's got a nice little incline going here. Very, very nice. This is flight to safe assets. This will continue being in demand while we have war. Anytime we have war, we have that. And by the way, I don't know if I have it here. I wanted to show you something real quick. Wanted to show you guys something real quick. I showed it over the weekend, but I wanted to show it again. Here. Right here. This is S&P for performance after major global events. And you could see that, oops, where is it? You could see right here that generally speaking, 6 months, 3 months, just 1 month, it seems to be a little bit of a downside, but it doesn't really protrude. So you could see 3 months later, 6 months later, 12 months later. Remember, we don't have a credit crunch. We don't have a credit crunch. Okay. So just wanted to make sure everybody is aware of that. Okay. All right. Crude oil. Crude oil is on fire right now. Definitely, crude oil is on fire. Invasion, nobody declared war. The U.S. Kid decided to use his toy. Anyway, crude oil's higher. Bitcoin, nothing. No movement in Bitcoin whatsoever. Okay. China. China is at the bottom of its range. This is the weekly chart. You could see where we are right now. Here's how we are on a daily chart. Okay. You could see we're at the bottom of this range. All right. What about the overall stock market? So a few folks asked me how I draw this level here. Put the call ratio. You go to CPC, okay? You click up the chart. You're going to get a bunch of noise. What you do is you got to set this right here to area, okay? Area. And that's how you get it. You set this to area. And you only do it in the morning. So right now, we don't have any imbalance between the bulls and the bears, all right? No imbalance between the bulls and the bears. Here, 1 second here. All right. No major imbalance between the bulls and the bears. What about volatility? Let's look at volatility. Volatility is running amok right now. Volatility is running amok right now. Okay. All right. So the question is, how high are we going to go? Usually it doesn't last very long. And the last two occasions we had, it went up to about 30. I'm expecting about the same. Good morning, Ronnie. Good morning, Lawrence. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Todd. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Julio. Good morning, everyone. So again, expecting more upside here. Expecting more upside right here. Okay? All right. SPY. Near the 100, just a little bit lower. The question is, are we going to go lower? A lot of it will depend on how long this war will last. And yes, we are not attacking Iran. We are in a war with Iran. Okay? And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but Congress has to vote on it, and I think it happens at 9 o'clock today. Oh, we'll have a lot of gap to greens after this. SMH near the 50-day moving average right here. Near the 50-day moving average right here. There's some support here. And by the way, we were overdue to come down here. This is I mentioned this to you. Obviously, this was unforeseeable, but this is not that bad. We're just holding the 50-day right here. Okay. So the SPY, remember, we haven't opened yet. We don't know where we're going to open. Okay. SMH right here, MAGs are below the 200-day moving average. That's a problem. That's a major, major, major problem. QQQ is sitting at this support level right here. We haven't broken that yet. Okay. What I'm hoping will happen, and when I use the word hope, broke us out of the daily wedge we have seen on the for more than a month. That is something. Well, there you go, Jeff. The big orange, the big. I'm sorry, I'm cracking up. The big orange. It's supposed to be at 9 o'clock today. I heard much of Congress can't make it back until Tuesday. Oy vey. I did not know that, Sean. I don't follow fundamentals. That's good to know. Yeah, they're supposed to vote on it. I mean, last I heard, according to the Constitution, which nobody's been following the last year, Congress is supposed to ratify. We can do limited attacks, but we can't do war. Uh, how and what do we day trade scalp to take advantage of volatility today? Trader Momo, don't. We'll get into all of that. We'll get into all of that. We'll get into all of that. All right. All right. And again, what earnings do we have today? We have CrowdStrike tomorrow. We have Target tomorrow. We have a lot of stuff. But let's talk about the market a little bit right now. I just want to make sure you guys understand that we're not ran out of toilet paper using constant. Oh, come on. Guys, take it easy. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Ultimately, we'll get out of this mess. By the way, let me give you guys some CTAs. Here's the link for my VIP room at noon today. Here is the Telegram channel where I post a bunch of goodies. And here is the customer service live channel. Okay. All right. So let's talk about all of this. We're down 1%. It's not that crazy, folks. Remember what I always tell you. Pullbacks of 1% are not that hard to fill. Anytime you're over 1.5%, that gets a little crazy. 1%, the odds of this filling, uh, uh, the odds of this filling are pretty high. Okay, are pretty high. Yeah, it's not good, Sylvia. No, 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 it's not good. Wars are never good. Okay. Hey, Mia. Mia has something to say. Yes, she's upset about the whole situation. Yes, she's very upset. Okay. On Saturday, Israel, U.S. carried a coordinated military strike. President Trump said military operation began after Iran refused to commit to renouncing nuclear weapons, even though Tehran has repeatedly maintained it's not pursuing them. Now, here's a question for you guys. Here's a question for you guys, an important question for you guys. Okay. Um, do we know that they have nuclear weapons? Remember Iran? They have nuclear weapons of mass destruction. They didn't have any nuclear weapons. Do you guys remember that? Okay. So, Sebastian, let's stick with the topic at hand. Okay. So, my concern, and again, I'm assuming they do. I'm assuming at this point that this is a good thing, and they do have it. And I'm pretty happy about this whole Middle East strike, to be very honest with you. But that's not how life works, and I have to be objective. So my question is, do we know they have military weapons? Is there any? Uh, is there any? Is there any? Uh, is there any evidence of it? And again, I just want you guys to know, for the record, personally, I'm loving this. Personally, I'm loving this. But again, what I personally think doesn't matter. Is this constitutional? Do they have weapons of mass destruction? Right? I mean, do we have proof of that? Was beyond just the need for power as a was beyond just the need for. It's not our pay grade. Again, I'm just uh, yeah, yeah, well, okay. Listen, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there. And by the way, I'm very happy about this. I'm not upset about this. I'm very happy about this because this is good for Israel and bad and very bad for Russia. So I'm very happy about this. But is this legal? Do they have weapons? I mean, is there any evidence of anything we were told? I don't know. They have ICBs being developed. Well, we don't know about it. Again, all I'm saying is I just want to make sure we don't step into what we stepped into with Iran. With Iraq. That's all I'm saying. And folks, please don't chew my head off. I'm just having a conversation here. On the third day of conflict, U.S. and Israel forces continued their strike in Iran, while Israel also targeted Hezbollah position in Lebanon. President Trump said that the bombing campaign in Iran would continue potentially for weeks and urged the nation's leaders to capitulate. There we go. There we go. The price of crude oil jumped 7%. That's not a random move, okay? Safe haven assets attracted strong demand, with gold climbing to nearly 5,400 an ounce and the dollar posting its biggest gain in almost a month. Beyond the Middle East, investors are looking ahead to a slew of U.S. economic data with a particular focus on Friday's non-farm payroll, earnings reports from several high-profile companies, and remarks from the federal officials. I'm not going to talk about Friday. We already know what happened there. Economic data released Friday showed the U.S. Producers Price Index didn't do so great. It was okay, but it's still telling us that things are really, really sticky. Um, all right. Investors will be closely watching the non-farm payroll this week. But again, the war will the war covers everything else, really does. That really puts everything in perspective, and that overcuts any fundamentals. Folks, acts of God, and acts of war on unforeseeable acts, okay? On unforeseeable acts, and they cannot be anticipated ahead of time, okay? Investors will closely watch the February non-farm payroll report this week. Uncertainty over when the Fed is likely to deliver its next interest rate cut. Market watchers will focus on earnings report from several high-profile companies, including AVGO, Marvell, CrowdStrike. Folks, the world is not ending. All right, the world is not ending. And by the way, again, don't get started with me about the ramifications of this. I am really pro this, okay? But that's not how my mind works. I went to law school. I have to be objective. Do they have the law to do this? Do we have the permission to do this? Do they have nuclear weapons? How long is this going to last? Like, all of these things are coming up on the thing. My personal opinion, Iran has too much. They've gotten. The U.S. must think they have too much power. They've gotten too much power, and they're a threat to the world. And they are a threat to the world. But I don't know the specifications and all of that stuff. And yes, wars are bad and people die, but that's just how life works. But again, I want to know how legally whether we have a right for this, or if we're going to get crucified after this is done. Fed will release its Beige Book survey of regional business contacts. Beige Book is published 2 weeks before meeting with the policymakers. That'll be very, very interesting. Uh, Again, do we have permission to do this? Do we have consent to do this? Is this kosher? These are all the big questions. Apple has hinted they're going to have a big week, new product launches. This could be a catalyst, a major, major catalyst. By the way, does anybody want to post the catalysts that are in play right now? All right. Does anybody want to post the catalysts that are in play right now? We can do that right now. We have some catalysts in play. We have ISM manufacturing PMI released in a couple of hours. Europe is down 2%, really taking it under the chin with this. Pulling back sharply from a record high as widening conflict in the Middle East sparked a broad-based sell-off. Airline, bank, and consumer stocks tumbled on Monday. China closed higher, hit a 10-year high. We can't see it here, though. Look, I don't know what they're talking about, 10-year high. This is large cap stocks of China in U.S., so I don't know what the hell they're talking about there. Defying regional weakness in the wake of military conflict, energy stocks jumped on Monday in response to a sharp rise in oil prices. Investors are flocking to gold and defense stocks, okay? Japan closed lower today while government bond jumped as U.S.-Israeli strike on Iran triggered a pullback. Bank stocks plummeted on Monday with losses intensified by mounting financial uncertainty in the U.S. and European credit markets, okay? So there's a lot of stuff happening in the world. As far as catalysts, thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Matt. So let's see. We got energy, we got China, we got Europe, we got financials, we got chips, mag, telecom, industrial, energy, crude oil. Let's see. We got energy for sure, max for sure, chips for sure, industrial for sure, consumer discretionary, China for sure. I don't know. Where did you get telecom from, Charlie? Where did you get telecom and financials from? Let me know about those two, okay? Keith, I'm literally showing you right now. It's right here. Look, pre-market US moves right here, right there. The cover of bar chart. This is where you get it from. Plunge amid conflict right here. See this? Right here. All right. So let's look at stocks. Let's look at momentum. As I mentioned before, let me know. Let me know what you got. BRK Baker. Let's see. Did they come out with it? Mm-hmm. I don't see anything here. I see 428, 126. No, I don't see anything. That's not a catalyst right now. No, I don't see energies. Energies are a catalyst, but not. No, I don't see that. Google is telecom. Google is a mag. Okay, so Minnesota Mat, energy, mags, chips, industrial, consumer discretionary, China. I got it. Yeah, and oil, obviously oil and gas right now. Obviously oil and gas. Okay. All right. As far as the total market, not really, kind of just in the middle right here. Kind of in the middle right here. Okay. NASDAQ, 43%. This is not good. This is not good. But we still have 60% on the broader, and this is actually going higher. We're at 54 and 51. Small caps, but we still have the overriding anchor right here. So most of momentum is still looking pretty good. Most of momentum is still looking pretty good. Okay. Um, the SPY, as I mentioned to you, we don't know if this is going to be the low. If this is the low, then we're perfectly in line with these levels right here. Okay. So let's see if this will be the low. The level is 475.38. We're 675. We're right now at 680. So we're about 5 points up. We're about right here. 680 is the key. Okay. 680 is the key that we're looking at right now. All right. 680. SMH bouncing off the 50-day moving average. There's some support here. Okay. These are the levels you're going to be watching today. I'm going to post them for you right now in the Telegram channel. Okay. Are we going to find support here? So, all right, let me post this for you. Support on SPY is near 675. Okay. 675. Okay. QQQ. Support right over here. Right over here. Right at 595. Let me draw this for you. I think this is important today for you to have these levels. Okay. 595. Okay. Support is at 595. Hmm. Okay. So right here, 595. We're at 599 right now, 595. Posted that for you. SMH. Let me post this for you guys. You guys need this information right now. Technicals right now are very important right here. It's the 391. Is this hopeful? Is this helpful to you guys? I don't want to give you things that are obvious, but I'm assuming this is pretty helpful to you guys right now. Right here. 399 is support. Right around 391. 391. 391 support near the 50-day line on SMH. Okay. All right. Somebody says it's useful. By the way, folks, let me give you the link again to the VIP room. I will be talking about Alpha Zone Pro, all about day trading today in Alpha Zone Pro. And here's the Telegram channel. This is where I'm posting all this stuff for you right now. And here's Customer Service Live. I don't know what they're going to have on the agenda today. Okay. All right. All right. So those are the levels you guys need to pay attention to. What about momentums in stock? Let's see. What about momentum in stock? Let's see how we're looking to the upside and downside. As of Friday, you had 323 stocks to the upside, which is pretty strong, but you started getting some momentum to the downside as well, 126. So there is momentum to the downside. 90-day lows, 95 stocks, 95 stocks only. Not that much momentum to the downside yet, but this morning we will have some. I'll be watching this number very carefully. If this number gets to 400, 450, we may be getting close to the bottom. I'll be watching today volatility very, very closely. I'll be watching volatility very, very closely. Very, very, very closely as well. And I'd love to see this start coming back and revert and close here. And again, I'll be updating you throughout the entire day. What we don't want it to come up here. So far, I want to show you guys this. This is the market, and we will be drawing these levels shortly. But I want to show you where we are. This is the high. This is the low. This is where we went. We've been going up all night, and we're at the high right now. We're at literally touching the high. There's a key level right here at 680. I'll talk about that. You know what? Why don't we just do the levels right now? I'm already here, right? Why don't we just do them right now? I'm going to leave these levels on for you in case we come back into this territory, okay? Focus on tool strategies for day trading. Perfect, Cam, and I'll post my agenda in the Telegram channel in just a second. Okay. All right. Right here. Here's your levels for the SPY, okay? SPY intraday overnight levels, excuse me. Overnight levels. One second, I just got to let them know something here. Okay. Okay. I was just told that my win rate in the VIP room is not 95% yet. It's 94.64. 441 trades out of 466. Here, let me tell you what Here are my numbers for the VIP. In case you guys are curious, we just updated them a second ago. That's my win rate in the VIP room, in the pit, excuse me, in the pit. I asked them if I'm back at 95%. They're like, no, you're not at 95%. You're still at 94.66. All right. Okay. There we go. Those are I'm going to leave these on, okay, in case we break higher, because this is the high, and if we can break through 600, we can 688 is the level to keep an eye on. Let me post that for you right now. Right here. This level is what you want to pay attention to, okay? Because we tried to break this level twice already. 688 is the level to pay attention to. Okay. Yeah, Alpha Zone Pro is what we're going to be talking about today. You know what? One second. Let me just give them this agenda. Uh, putting. So here's what I'm going to be talking about today in the VIP room. I'm going to be talking about what is AZP, how we use AZP, different setups for AZP, putting all the pieces together, how we use the Master Blaster Disaster Oscillator, the setups that we use, and I'll go through my 5 different setups today as well and show you different tools we use to co-fluence AZP. I think you guys are going to love it. And by the way, we're up 8 times in the Trading Zone Live account, just so you guys know. Okay. Okay. Slacker time to pick up notch. Good. Yeah, I have to. Yeah, Slacker, right? Nice Slacker time to pick it up a notch, right, Terrence? 441 winners and 25 losers in the last 2 years. That's right. And people said it couldn't be done. Markets are random, right? Yeah, sure they are. Yeah, real random. All right, those are the levels. The level you want to watch is 399, 399.12. I'll post this for you right now. All right, there you go. Hey, Bob, thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate it. All right, that's the SMH levels. Let me give you the bond levels, okay? What time is it anyways? 44. Whew. Look at that. We're still in range. Going to erase all this crap. Start from scratch. Okay, here's a level for you. Oops. Don't even know what the hell this is. want to give you levels beyond today in case we start coming back up here. We don't have much down here. Just FYI, we don't have much down here at all. If we start breaking down, we can really go. Going to keep an eye on 89.70. Post this for you. Keep eye on 89.82. Okay. Okay. Those are the levels. Now, wanted to warn you about individual stocks. I was looking at individual stocks today, and I have some, but not a lot. Okay. So I want to give you the ones I'm looking at right now. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Jack. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I'm just really focused on the market today because of what's going on. So I want to make sure we get everything right. So if I seem a little distracted, it's just because of just want to make sure we're in the right ballpark. You see this level right here, this 680.75. If we can get above this level, we have a really big gap here. And notice we tried getting there at 6 something in the morning, and we tried getting there at again a little bit later, but there was no soup for us. We backed down again. So if we can break this level on volume, we can get some volume and break this level, we can potentially get out of this mess. So I just want to make sure you guys are really focused on that 680.75. Let me put that 680, yeah, 88, 80, somewhere around there, 688, 680, right around that level. It's like right here somewhere, right there. Basically the high 680s. There it goes, 680.88 right there. That's the level, 680.88. Okay? Really, really, really important. Like really, really important. Okay? Okay. Now, let's look at individual stocks. I'm going to give you stocks to the short side, okay? Hims still going down. Upstart still coming off. Hog still breaking down. Root, the root of all evil. The root. Nice on volume too. All right, root. Now let's just see if there's anything I might have missed. Okay. Another one, figure. This one right here, figure. Right there. Let's see. No, way overextended. I'm just seeing if there's anything else. I'm just seeing if there's anything else that I really like to the downside. Just make in case I miss something. No, Upstart. I was about to say Upstart. We already have Upstart on our list. Mia, do you see anything interesting? Do you like Mia? No? Okay. Uh, d- 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 This one looks good right here. BZ. Let's add BZ to our short list. BZ, 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 and VNO. These two. VNO. So BZ, here, these two. BZ and VNO. Okay. Upside. Walmart. I like Walmart still. I like Merck. I like Merck. I like ED. I like Moderna. I like COP. Oops, overextended. Way overextended. COP is way overextended. Be careful of energy stocks today because they're going to be much higher. I still like TJ Maxx. I like CL. Mark, I think you're about half an hour late to the party on that one. I think we kind of stopped that already a while back. All right. CL and Amgen. That's a nice look right there. Another one that I like still is, let me just take a quick look, Johnson Johnson. Remember, Merck, Johnson Johnson, Amgen, they're all the same. They're all part of the same crowd. Okay? They're all part of the exact same crowd. Okay? All right. Those are the stocks that I have for you guys for today. The market's coming off again right now. The next support level is right here, 678.40, right here. If we bounce off of this, there's a good chance we'll go back to 688.80. Nothing good will happen until we break 680.88. Okay? Nothing good will happen until we break 680.88. All right. All right. Do I have any questions from anybody? Any questions? Any questions at all? Basically, a lot of uncertainty right now. Sectors completely out of whack. Sectors completely out of whack. Technology, semiconductors, QQQ, utilities, completely out of whack. Total unforeseeability. All right. Total unforeseeability. So, folks, it's Monday. We don't know what's going to happen today. Markets tend to over exaggerate on the way up and on the way down. Um, as far as Fed data is concerned today, we have the ISM manufacturing at 10 a.m. And then we have short bond auctions. This will be the only report that really matters today. We do have some Fed speakers, and I posted for you, and I'll post this for you again. These are all the earnings that are coming out, the major earnings that are coming out this week. Any sectors you see dropping harder than any other? Technology. Technology doesn't do well during wars. Technology doesn't do well during wars. But again, consumer discretionary doesn't do during wars. Oil stocks will go up. RTX will do well. Defense stocks, healthcare stocks, basically anything that isn't impacted by the war. Usually utilities, defensive sectors are not impacted by the war. Cigarette stocks will go up. Okay. You're welcome, Jack. You're welcome. Yeah, RTX, NOC. But remember, a lot of those things can be already priced in. Okay. can be priced in. So be really, really cautious with all of that. Be really, really cautious with all of that. Okay. Um, yeah, keep an eye, folks. Keep an eye on the Telegram channel today, all day long. I will be on there all day long. Okay, telling you guys what to do and what not to do. All right. If you missed this video, here's the link for the video. I posted the link for the doc, and again, here is the link for the video. I'll post it on Telegram channel in case here. That's the morning video in case you missed it, okay? The pre-market must-watch that we're watching right now. If you have any other questions, not customer service questions, real questions, you can email me at roger@rogerscott.com. All right? I appreciate it. And if you guys have any other questions, you can email me later today. I will be around all day, okay? I'll be around all day. Remember, take it one step at a time. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe and don't overreact. So far, we've been just consolidating at night. We broke down, but we've been consolidating. We haven't really gone anywhere. And we're only down on the SPY. We're only down 0.68 right now. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. Look at where we are in terms of support level. We can bottom out pretty good here. Okay. So let's be really, really cautious. Let's not, again, remember, I think we're going to have a lot of volatility, but I don't think the market's really going to go anywhere because there's going to be a lot of sectors offsetting this downside. And again, we're at a support level right here on the SPY. And as you can see right here, we're at a support level on SMH. Okay, we're at a support level right here. Here, let me delete all this crap. We're at a support level right here. Okay, we're at a support level right here. So be careful. There's here, you can't see it. Let me show you. There's a 50-day moving average right there. Oops, right there. So be careful, but I think we'll be okay. Remember, wars cause a lot of volatility, but they don't cause long-term impacts on the market, okay? Just have some volatility. We may be able to take advantage of this volatility with some straddle strangles. I'll keep you guys posted. Now, one thing I want to tell you, implied volatility is going to be really high today, okay? So be careful with options and be careful with buying options that are out of the money. I typically don't make big moves Monday during the first half of the day. I usually make big moves second half of the day. Be careful in the morning. Let the market set its tone for today, okay? All right, I appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys later and have a great day, everybody. Bye. Thank you.